Hi everyone, Sarah here, and today I want to talk about responsible tourism, what it is, why we need it, and how to go about doing it, implementing it in your business. However small you are, there are differences that you can make. And so, first of all, I want to start with a new consumer trend that came up in an American Express report that came out not long ago, a global report that said that 68% of travelers agree that they're trying to be more aware of sustainability friendly travel brands to support. Now, what does it mean to be sustainability friendly? It's very difficult to define, and often that's where we get tripped up, and therefore we just don't do anything. Whereas, really, what being sustainability friendly means is taking responsibility for our business practices. That means that we allow ourselves to live in the best way possible, in the kindest way possible for our destination and for the planet. And so, again, that sounds a little nebulous. Does that mean that if we put in LED light bulbs and we buy local sausages for breakfast, that we are doing all we can? Well, it's a step in the right direction. Of course it is. And all of those things can be used in your marketing too. You have to be very careful not to do too much greenwashing, as in saying something that you actually don't adhere to on a daily basis. And also, we're having a problem of green hushing at the moment, where people are doing great things for their communities, but they're not actually talking about it at all in their marketing. So there's a fine line. So, what is responsible tourism? As opposed to talking about what I believe is quite a nebulous term and sustainability friendly, etc. Responsible tourism for me is exactly that. It's about taking responsibility as a business owner for the relevant issues that are taking place in your destination. For example, in some places, water conservation is not a problem, like in rainy northern England, whereas in rural Australia, that's going to be a bigger issue. Okay, and so that's something that, as a business owner within that destination, you're aware of this issue. And if everybody just says, okay, I'm aware, but I'm not doing anything about it, then nothing happens. But if you say, well, maybe if we can all reduce our consumption in such and such a way, and let's see how we can do that and start a program that brings other business owners in, then things can start to move forward. So ultimately, responsible tourism is about identifying the issues that affect your destination and taking action on them. And always, always with your destination first in mind, about creating a better place to live in for your community before catering for tourism. In that order. That's what responsible tourism is all about, because ultimately, if you don't have a great destination to living, then you don't have a great destination to visit. You can't fake happiness. You can't fake contentment. And we've all been in that restaurant with the waiter who smiles through kind of a facade, and you know he's not happy with what he's doing. Now, it could just be a bad day, of course, but it could also be a product of conditions that are not as favourable as they could be. And so if you do all you can, using basic human kindness and taking into account the problems in your destination, working with others, collaborating with others, starting that conversation, then we can get somewhere and move forward. And essentially, that's what responsible tourism is all about. As I said earlier, it also gives you a great opportunity to put something on your website. Why not put up there that you have a commitment to responsible tourism? Write down the things that you're doing. Add in the list that you have LED lights and the basic things that we expect now, like the showers that help save water, etc. Put those things down, but also put in there that you are committed to choosing and recommending activities that are led by community-driven initiatives, for example, or that you do all you can to assure that the breakfasts are served using local produce whenever they're available, for example, or that you grow your own produce if you have a garden, etc. And so by being very transparent and authentic about this, then this is what today's consumer is looking for. They're looking for the trust in you, and by saying, hey, this is what I do, I'm not getting everything right. Of course, you don't have to write that down, but you're saying, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm doing. And so this in itself is an absolutely brilliant start. That was all I wanted to cover today. I just wanted to quickly introduce you to that concept and inspire you, hopefully, to just be authentic about what you're doing. Be conscious about the decisions that you make in your life, because of course they spill over into your business practices, and start that conversation. Be confident that this is something that you understand, you can move forward with, and that will make a difference to the community that you live in, and therefore will create a better destination for your guests to visit. I hope that's been of some use to you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye.